So, Victor Calero for Real Madrid Television. So tomorrow Real Madrid, the Champions League winner, starts this competition. So how much motivated is the team to start this competition in a good way? Thank you. So we're always excited with this competition. This club has been the protagonist for many years. It's still the protagonist. So it's always the same. It's a special competition for us, and of course we'll try to compete up to the end. Hello, from Cadena said, I would like to ask you about Bellingham, a very important player for this team. Dani Carvajal has just said about a Vinicius gesture that when someone pokes you, you bleed. Regarding that gesture that I'm sure that you've seen in San Sebastian. So the question is Bellingham or yeah, whatever you want. So Bellingham's fine. As Chouameni, as Militao will be tomorrow, he hasn't trained today because he needed another day to recover. Two important players will be with us. But unfortunately we've lost another important player. But I think that the team is doing quite well. And it's ready to play a good game tomorrow, to start winning this new competition. Regarding Vinicius, it's a reaction to an action that is very, very bad, very ugly. It's something that has happened many times here against him, insults since the very beginning, and I think that nobody could hold it. I couldn't hold that either. The fact that he was asking them to be quiet is quite normal because of everything that is going on. Hello, Joel Del Rio from Diario Marca. Toni Kroos has played with you 200 games in Real Madrid during your 4 seasons. I was wondering if after not having Casemiro, Benzema, and Casemiro Ramos, maybe has been the worst, or the player that who's the fact that he left is something that has affected the team very much. Well, we need to think forward. We can't replace him, so we need to play with what we have. Of course they will do it great, as Kroos did during all these years. Hello, Miguel Ángel Díaz from Cadena Cope. You always insist that we need to look for balance, the defensive system, etc. I would like you to explain what's the mission that forwards have, and if you're happy with their defensive work up to now, or maybe they have to improve. Well, ideally, the forwards have to score goals. The midfielder has to help for defenders and forwards, and defenders have to defend, and the goalkeeper has to stop. This would be the perfect and ideal world. Obviously, in order to have a compact team, it is important to have forwards. What should I add? Yeah, if the forward defends more than a defender, that's a problem. If the goalkeeper touches more balls than a midfielder, that would be a problem too. So we're doing quite well in this sense. At defensive level, if we are speaking about the defensive level, I think that the team during these 6 games could have done it better, but we've done quite a good job because we've only been scored 1 goal in an action and just 1 goal in a free kick. So I think that's good news. Hello, Carlo. Guillermo Rey for The Athletic. You have just said, you've talked about Brahim's injury. There's a wave of injuries in the team. So from your point of view and from what you control, are you considering any method, any change to avoid injuries? Well, we've looked for what we can do, but it's not in our hands. We have a very demanding season. We have a new competition now. Maybe it's going to be a more entertaining season or a competition that is better than last year, but for now we have another game and that's it in this competition, I mean. If not, the authorities that are setting all this up, if they don't start thinking that players get injured because they play too much, we would have a problem. But we need to think about it. We should reduce the number of games in order to have competitions that are more attractive. So, José Sanchez for La Sexta, you've said regarding Vinicius that it is very difficult to hold that. Nobody can hold it, but it seems that Vinicius is a culprit because he is doing that gesture. What did you hear the other day? Yeah, that's true. What has happened during all these years in Vinicius, during all these years to Vinicius, is something that can't be held anymore. Of course, I can understand that you are jeering at one of your rivals. I can understand that, but the other thing is not. So we should pay less attention to these young people, to these young players, and we should pay more attention to what's going on at stadiums. Why are they doing this with Vinicius? Because Vinicius is dangerous, and I think that they are trying to make him think about something else. Hello, Andres Ruf from Televisión Española. 6 games during this year, and you're still making pieces together and correcting mistakes. So where do you think that Real Madrid should improve, and what's the most matter of concern for you? I think that maybe you could have 2 more points in the league, but we are where we wanted to be. So we've won the first title of the season. It was foreseeable that maybe we could have some problems because players arrived here on the 9th of August. A few years ago, for a pre-season, we had 5 weeks. So you had 5 weeks of pre-season, and you start with the competition. So in order to prepare a player, he needs at least 5 weeks to prepare him at 100%. If you take into account that we start on the 9th of August, the 5 weeks would end more or less tomorrow. So it has been quite a pre-season for us. Now, obviously, we need to improve, and I think that we are evolving quite well, and we will go to compete as we competed last year. Here, hello, Eduardo Aguirre for El Chiringuito. So seeing how Barcelona has played during this first 5 games, are you concerned about their level? Well, of course we're respecting that rival as we respect Atletico de Madrid or Villarreal that are playing great games. Every rival that plays a good game have to be respected, and we have the same respect to every team that is doing a good job right now. Hello, at the back, Ignacio Miguelez for TNT Sports Mexico. I'd like to ask you about the team. Now the Champions League starts. You are the champions right now. So compared to the team you had last season, well, you have more or less the same players, but with the changes that you've had, do you think that you have a better team to try to win this title again? Thank you. Well, the team is what you've seen and what has happened. We've lost 2 important players like Nacho and Antoni Kroos. We've lost Joselu. And these players have been replaced by one of the best players in the world. So, do you have a better team compared to last year? I think so. Hello, Shen Hambol from Turkey. So, what are the favorite teams for Champions League this year, according to your opinion? I think that the format changes, but the favorite teams will be the same ones as usual. I think that they're all the same, including Real Madrid. There are no others. When you're starting a competition, you can be the favorite for some of them, but just because you won the year before. But this Champions League will be a different story. Of course, we can make it to the end, as we did last year. Hello, Carlo. Filippo Ricci, de Gazzetta dello Sport. It's 27 years of Champions League, 97 with Parma. So the excitement is always there. So how can this happen with the same excitement? What makes you compete this way? So excitement, well, it's always the same. Well, this competition is very special, not only for the club. As I've said many times, the fact that we're here, our daily work, the fact of preparing the training sessions to try to bear with the problems we have every day. Well, I consider myself as very patient, because every day we have a problem that has to be solved. So the truth is that, of course, not everything is a problem. Sometimes are stupid things that are considered as problems, like usually happens in life. There are so many stupid things that we consider that as a problem. So last two questions, John Venturi and CVT Brazil. We didn't see Militao at the training sessions. He played against Real Sociedad. So will he play tomorrow? And why didn't he train himself? Yeah, because we consider that he needed another day for him to work individually. Tomorrow he will be available at 100%. Last question. Hello, Mr. Ancelotti. Javier Cáceres for Süddeutsche Zeitung. So you were for a few months with Sebastian Hoeneß in Bayern Munich. I don't know if you any kind of memory of him. And what do you think about this Stuttgart? Thanks for asking me about Stuttgart. That is the first question about Stuttgart. Yeah, I remember him. I think that he has done a great job. Well, last year he did a great job. The fact that Stuttgart comes here to play tomorrow, it means that the work of this coach has been amazing. It is a very good team, very well organized, and tomorrow we'll see a very entertaining game. Thank you. Cheers.